Welcome to Live DIY. I am Blake at the hangar, and today I'm testing this tabletop mini drill press to see if it can do real work. I want to find out if it's accurate enough, strong enough, safe enough, and really quiet enough to earn a spot on my desk inside instead of out here in the shop. I'm going to test whether it can drill through paper, wood, plastic, circuit boards, or even a book. And then I'll move on to the job that I'd like to do, which is drill these aluminum plates. It doesn't have an actual name brand. It wasn't, I just got it, I think, at Walmart. It's about 75 bucks. And I normally try to say the model number. Oh, there is a model number. 5158A. It has a model number, but no brand. Generic model number 5158A mini bench drill. Now I chose this because I want to be able to drill holes without having to go down to the shop. I don't always need to be drilling metal or large objects that I need a full-size drill press for. So I want to find out if this can do real work. First off, it's a pretty standard drill press. It has a chuck key. The chuck opens up to about 3/8. It has about an inch throat depth. I need a place to put this. Runs on your regular 120. This top pops off and you can see that here's your throat, here's your motor here. There's a belt in here that you can adjust if you want to, but you really don't need to, because the best part about this drill press is this little wheel back here, which makes it a truly variable speed drill press. There's no preset clicks that you have to adjust yourself to. Okay, to start off, I'm just going to try and drill a hole through a stack of paper. So, because it's paper, when it's really slow, it doesn't quite like to start up. That's okay. I'm going to be drilling paper, which can be drilled at a pretty high speed. Okay, that was pretty cool. It really drilled perfect little holes in it. So that's pretty neat. There you go. You got a little, I don't know why you drill holes through Post-it notes, but I just want to see if it could. Now, as you can see, it's already making a mess all over the table, but if anyone knows of a little quiet tabletop vacuum cleaner that I could use to suck up dust that doesn't take up a lot of space and doesn't make a lot of noise, I would love to hear about it. All right, let me go ahead and try and drill a circuit board. Yeah, nice, clean. Yeah, that's just, that smell, it takes me back to high school electronics class. I'm gonna see if I can drill through a full-size book. Now I need to raise up the tool a little to get it where I need it. Okay. I know you're thinking, why would anyone drill through a book? But honestly, if I had lost the binding on this book, I could drill holes all the way through here and then wind some string, and I'd have a little homemade bound book if that's something that you really needed to do. Okay, I found one of these on the ground, so let's pretend that I wanted to attach this Craftsman decal and I wanted to drill holes in it. Let's see if I can actually make something useful. This plastic, so I'm going to go a little bit slower. Wow. Pretty good. Okay, these little screws should fit in there. I'll make it a little bigger. I feel comfortable doing this because it's not very strong of a tool. I needed a little bit bigger of a drill bit, but that's just what I had handy. There you go, that's kind of cool. Okay, one more test. Let me try some wood, and I'm gonna go as slow as I can and see if it'll drill through it. Okay, let me go a little stronger. I'm just going slow to see what happens, not because you need to go this slow through wood, but... I mean, it worked really well. Now, the reason I wanted to show you it operating at a slow speed was because safety was an issue. Safety is something... If you're going to put this on your desk, that means people that aren't normally using drill presses are going to end up using drill presses, so I wanted to see how strong that it really is. I can stop that very easily. I can stop that with one finger. So that tells me if something gets jammed up, if I'm drilling something and being careless, and I let go of it, it's probably not going to spin around and chop my hand off or really hurt me. Now, having a strong motor is very useful when you're trying to drill larger holes through thick materials, but that's not really what this is for. So having an appropriately sized motor actually makes things better. It makes it a lot safer. So from that perspective, it checks my box of this is a relatively safe tool. Okay, so the real reason I bought this was because I wanted to test my actual project. So this is work that I need to do. I have a stack of aluminum plates, and I need to drill this tiny hole into each one of them. So I'm going to go ahead and change the bit into the size I need. Now, because I was using it, it's probably hot, just so you know. Be careful, don't try and touch drill bits when you've just been using them. All right, these are 1/16 drill bits. Lower it to the appropriate height. Now, for the sake of this video, I'm not going to use dirty cutting oil. I'm going to use some 99% alcohol. It's going to do the job just fine. Okay, because it's aluminum, I'm going to turn down the speed, but not sort of do a medium. Use a medium speed and steady light pressure. So this is a good example of why it's not always practical to have a drill press indoors, because it flings shards of metal or materials all over the place, including making dust and debris. And this, if you're using metal, this inside is really bad. It's just a very bad situation because it gets embedded in your carpet or in your shoes and it scratches up your floor and you don't want it. But I did just want to test to see if it could do the job. So let's just take a look at what a good job that drill press did. I didn't have any issue. I mean, you probably barely heard it slowing down as it drilled through here. I wasn't using a lot of pressure. That's really great. I actually really like this thing. The one concern I have, obviously, is with any drill press, it's messy. It makes a mess like any drill press or even just using a hand drill. I like that it's accurate. It's accurate in the sense that it's much, much better than using a hand drill. If you're gonna use a hand drill, trying to drill holes straight down exactly where you want them every time is very difficult if you're looking for accuracy and repeatable accuracy. So before I leave you today, I'm actually going to use this drill press to do my work today. I'm going to cut these little tiny holes, these 1/16 holes into all of these plates. And I'm going to use a stop block jig to do it. This drill press comes with clamping slots, which are very, very useful. So I'm going to set those up real quick. Just going to slide the bolts underneath. So now I'm going to get my jig. How this is going to work is I'm going to have it so I can slide it right in, and the drill bit will go right in this hole. This hole is drilled in the right spot, and then this will be secured to the table, and then I can just take that one away, put another one in, and it'll drill in the same spot. So that's what I'm after here today. And because this raises the tabletop, I need a washer or another piece of wood just like this to act as a balance, So I'm going to put these on the opposite sides over there, and I'm going to set this. Now this could be any washer that you happen to have. And what's going to happen is this is going to press down on here, but not at an angle, and not at an angle like this, but perfectly flush. And that's why this is the same height as that. I'll kind of get it roughly where I can get this thing, and I'm going to adjust this as needed. I'm going to put my bolt on. This is what's going to tighten it. I'm not going to tighten it. I'm going to get this is all loose now. This is all adjustable. This is adjustable. I'm going to get my template piece. This has been drilled in the exact right spot. And now I'm just going to move this around until the drill bit fits right in there. And I'm going to just turn this until it hits these, or it gets relatively close. Okay, and then you can just sort of tighten down your bolts while holding the throat down. Now these don't hold the workpiece. The workpiece is free to move around, so you're still responsible for holding the workpiece in the right spot. So if I take this away, put it back, it keeps going in the right spot. So just check everything for snugness, and let's do the job. Okay, I'm going to set up my lubricant. That's full speed. I'm going to bring it back about 3/4 or a half. Now these little markings just tell me, don't cut it on this side, cut it on this side. Don't cut it on this side, kind of cut it here. That's just dry erase. It's just something to kind of help me realize that that's where I need to be. I'll use this one for metal stuff. slip a new one in, and I know it's going to be in the right spot. Should brush, clean off everything. All right, so let's just get all these aligned. See if I can run a wire right through them just to verify that wow, that was right through. Okay. Kind of see how much slack there is. So that's as accurate as we need to be on this project. All right, so now that everything's covered in metal shavings, I'm gonna have to clean up everything very, very carefully. But it was great to be able to do this project right here with a little tool, because not only is it convenient, but often the big drill press has another jig on it, has something for a larger long-term project, and I don't want to take it apart to do something simple. Like this was very, very simple and not critical. This didn't need to be the most accurate hole in the world. It didn't need to be an insane size. 1/16 is perfect. So the tolerances were low enough that this tool is perfect for my little project. So this drill press checks all my boxes. It was quiet. It was safe. It wasn't overpowered. It was small enough that I can fit it in a place like a small bench or small table, and it was accurate to the degree that I needed it to be. I didn't bring a dial indicator to show you how at a round the chuck is. I wouldn't probably put something a bit smaller than a 1/16 on there, because then you'll end up with a bigger hole. Well, more likely you'll just end up breaking the bit. So look out for that. All right, well, that's it. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe, because next week we're going to be looking at the Arbor press. This is an old Famco. This is great. If you have any ideas of things that I can press, let me know in the comments, and I'll see you next week.